I mean, it is weird the degree to which the media is in lockstep. Like, why is the media in lockstep? And why doesn't the media question the government? They used to.
Right.
Why don't they do that anymore? Seems weird. Something doesn't add up.
What do you think? Well, there seems like there's a bunch of factors, right? I think one of the big factors is pharmaceutical drug companies allowed to advertise on television. And we're one of 2 countries in the world that allow that.
I actually agree with pharmaceutical advertising provided it is truthful. Because there could be some drug that is helpful to someone, but obviously the claims need to be accurate. So I actually think pharmaceutical advertising, if it is accurate, and I think it actually, to play devil's advocate here, I think pharmaceutical advertising is generally accurate. I think that's actually okay. Now I should say that a lot of the censorship that we see is coming from indirectly from advertisers and advertising agencies, and from PR companies, who want a particular viewpoint pushed, or are being driven by nonprofits to push a particular. Like what will happen is there'll be a sort of a group of nonprofits or that push advertisers to advertise or not advertise on a particular platform. One often hears of the sort of George Soros boogeyman, but I mean, Soros actually, he is, I believe, the top contributor to the Democratic Party. The second one was Sam Bankman-Fried.
Yeah.
So, and Soros, I don't know. I mean, he had a very difficult upbringing, and in my opinion, he fundamentally hates humanity. That's my opinion.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, well, he's doing things that erode the fabric of civilization. Getting DAs elected who refuse to prosecute crime. That's part of the problem in San Francisco and LA and a bunch of other cities. So why would you do that?
Was it humanity, or is it just the United States as a whole? I mean,
he's pushing things in other countries too, not just here.
He's doing the same thing?
Yeah. Now, George at this point is pretty old. I mean, he's not, he's basically a bit senile at this point. But I mean, he's very smart, and he's very good at arbitrage. Famously, he shorted the British pound. That's sort of how I think he made his first money, was shorting the pound. So he's good at spotting, basically arbitrage, like spotting value for money that other people don't see. So one of the things he noticed was that that the value for money in local races is much higher than it is in national races. So the lowest value for money is a presidential race. Then next lowest value for money is a Senate race, then a Congress, and but once you get to sort of city and state district attorneys, the value for money is extremely good. And Soros realized that you don't actually need to change the laws, you just need to change how they're enforced. If nobody chooses to enforce the law, or the laws are differentially enforced, it's like changing the laws. That's what he figured out.
But it's what's stunning that this trend, that people haven't pulled the brakes on this and have it reverse course.
They're pulling the brakes?
Yeah.
Yeah, pulling the brakes right now.
Yeah, you are. But you might be the only one.
Well, I think more people should. Most people just don't want to rock the boat. Most people are looking for acceptance from society, and they're if there's some negative press article, they're like shattered. Well, I couldn't give a damn.
Right.
Go ahead, make my day.
Well, it's fascinating where if you're a high-profile public figure like yourself, it's impossible to make everybody happy. So there's going to be someone who says something shitty about you.
Yeah.
Somehow or another, when it's in print, does that mean more? Because other people are going to see this shitty thing?
Well, I guess
that's where it gets odd. Because essentially, an article in the New York Times is just a single person's opinion, and whatever editor gets involved.
It's just a lot of people will read that. Yeah. I mean, less people these days
than in the past. But I think people know that now. People know that
I find the New York Times these days to be hard to read.
Well, unfortunately, they make some grave errors.
Yeah.
Like that Hamas bombing the
Hummus?
no
Yeah, I mean,
Israeli bombing the hospital
chickpeas?
story. Yes, it's delicious. I mean,
I think we should cut off chickpea exports. That'll bring them to the knees right away. What do you do? Take a chip and dip it in nothing?
what we need to do is introduce them to pineapple and anchovy pizza.